Hello, yes, it's that time again. It's time for the deal wheel. I wonder where it's going to land this time. Should we give it a spin? Let's see what we get. Oh, we've got a one-day special brand new launch coming up, remember? So we want a good one. I've done quite a big spin on that one, haven't I? Come on then. Where's it going? Where's it going? Where's it going? Keep going, keep going. Yes! £5 off if you spend £25 or more. Brilliant. That's a good one. I think that's all right, don't you? We better make our way over to the one-day special. Now then, of course, with the wheel deal, you're going to receive £5 off every £25 you spend or more during this show. You need to use the promo code WHEEL. Oh, wheels, I should say, or wheel 5, not wheels. Wheel 5. Customers must enter the code at the checkout or quote it over the phone if you're going by the phone lines, of course. Customers, as I say, have to spend a minimum of £25 after all other discounts, excluding postage and packaging. Now, this promotion is only valid for the live show and will not be used during the repeats or rewind. So you need to qualify by checking out within 15 minutes at the end of the show. Now, this offer is not limited to once per customer. So there you go, fill your boots. Now that's nice, isn't it? Brand new one-day special as well, and a brand new guest here to Hochanda as well. I'd like to welcome Helen.
Hi.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
We have met before.
We have,
but we haven't seen you here on Hochanda before.
You haven't, no.
Well, we've really thrown you in at the deep end, haven't we? A one-day special for your first appearance.
Yeah, let's just go the whole hog.
We're very confident there, that's what we like. Now then, of course, with the one-day special, we're going to start right there, and this is enormous. This is a really good deal. Now, we've got issue 1 from Paper Discovery. We've got the magazine box kit. Now, you've got much more than a magazine in here. We're going to go through all the different elements so you can really appreciate what you're getting. Now, the magazine itself, you can see there, as we're just going by it on the screen, 65 projects within the magazine. We'll have a little bit of a flick through that in a second. But you're getting all sorts here, Helen, aren't you? Shall we go through everything?
Yeah.
We've got papers in there and toppers in there. What else have we got?
We've got a lovely set of stamps and a really nice set of dies to go with them and coordinate with them. A great embossing folder that looks, it can either be sea or snow or sand for that matter. It's a really universal one. You get all the free papers that are inside it. They've got a few toppers on there as well. And then of course the magazine in there, which gives you so much inspiration. Which we all need.
Of course. We're even getting a roll of foam tape as well though, which is very, very useful. We've got lots of samples to show you in a minute, but look at the papers. These are just gorgeous. Beautiful tones. And if you're thinking, well, it looks like it's full of Christmas goodies, it is, but you can use this for much more than Christmas as well, can't you?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. We've got some great samples to show you, showing you that it's not just Christmas. There's some beautiful colours, ways. You just need to change your view.
Of course. We'll have a little flick through. We're not going to show you the whole thing, but the lady behind Paper Discovery is Olga, and you'll see her featured within the magazine as well. So you've got lots of inspiration in here. Of course, there's ideas for using those gifts inside, the dies and the stamps and that embossing folder, and of course the papers as well. As we say, as you can see on the front of the magazine, 65 individual projects within this one magazine. Absolutely wonderful. Now, we have mentioned, Helen, not just for Christmas, because you've got some gorgeous samples. We'll maybe start with the ones that you've got there to begin with, which are maybe some of them are Christmas and some aren't they? We've got a real mix here.
There is a real mix, and that's what I got so excited about when I got this kit. Who doesn't want a box with everything in there to be able to make some really great things?
Of course. Now, obviously, I am going to show you some wintry ones, which are beautiful, but Helen, I can see, has got some that aren't wintry. Isn't that gorgeous? Really simple, but very, very, very effective. So I'll start with some of the wintry ones in that beautiful blue and white, and then we'll have a look at what Helen's got as well. So remember, the dies that have been used here, all part of this one-day special, for £13.97. Now, you're saving £5, but even without that £5, what a bargain this is. But during the one-day special, that's what you're paying, £13.97. Item number 730815. Now, if you just go for the magazine on its own, you can do that. That's at the bottom of the screen. Well, look at the price, £12.99 if you're just going for the magazine box kit on its own. So, you know, you're getting so much more value for very little more money.
You certainly
Let me just grab those, Helen, to show. Do you want to talk us through these samples? Have you made all these?
I haven't, no. No, these have been made by the design team and some of the girls back at the office there. And you can see the colours. There's a perfect one for a man there.
Definitely. Oh, and you can see that embossing folder's been used as well there.
Yeah, and the embossing folder's been used in
that's
some
effective.
really unusual ways.
Isn't that lovely?
They've inked up the embossing folder, ran it through, then turned it round and ran it through again, and it gives some really wonderful effects.
That is really nice.
I love the colours they've used.
Very nice indeed. Certainly not just for Christmas, as you can see. And the house die there as well. You've got the little flowers in there. You've got the stamps.
This one's my favourite. I just love that colour. I think it's really lovely.
Really
beautiful
nice.
pinks and blues.
Absolutely beautiful. There we go.
I would dread to think how many you can make out of this magazine kit. I really would.
Are these done from it as well?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll keep going. Look at these as well. Oh,
so
beautiful
again, just
colours
changing
once again.
the perspective. So those little flowers and leaves are in the kit as well.
What a lovely set.
They're really nice, aren't they? I love those. They're really funky.
Aren't they just? We've got all sorts here. Now, we haven't got time to go through every single sample, but we'll maybe come back to some more later. Just going to show you one more, and then we're just going to have a look at the papers that are part of the kit as well. So, Helen, we've got the papers here. Let's have a little look. Do you know, I'm just going to pick some of these up because you can see it's not just one side.
No, they're all double-sided. The hard part is choosing, but I think you get 2 of everything.
How beautiful.
So if you want to use both sides, you will be able to do that as well. And there's some tags and toppers as well. There's also some scenic ones, which you've got there. Those are brilliant because if you want to use your little houses and your trees, it's already done for you. So if you're a bit less confident in perhaps distressing the background, it's already done for you. And there's some great tags and sentiments and toppers to go straight on top.
Beautiful.
And it all coordinates for you. It's all been done for you.
It certainly does. I love the navy blue, but also that really fresh blue in there with the white. It just works so perfectly.
They're definitely my choice of winter colours.
These are lovely. And then we've got toppers there as well. We've got tags here. There's so much for you to see. Don't forget, you are getting the stamps, you're getting the dies, you're getting the foam tape. We've got glue in there. Do you know, it just goes on and on and on, all for £13.97. Now, 10% of the stock has already gone. Now, look at those stamps there. You can just conjure up so many scenes when you just look at that image there. You've got the little church, you've got the houses, you've got the fence, you've got the front door, you've got the sentiments in there, the cars in there, the snowfall, the moon, the stars. It just goes on and on and on. Now, because you get your glue and your double-sided foam tape as well, of course, you've got everything you need to start crafting here. Perhaps you're a new crafter looking for a good kit. Maybe you want to buy this as a gift. Maybe it's a treat for yourself. You certainly can get going as soon as you receive this with everything that's included. Now, very busy on this already. Over 10% of the stock has already gone. Item number 730815. Now, we're going to pop straight up to the website because we've got so much over there. You can be shopping ahead of us. We want to get to demonstration time as soon as possible, but do have a look on the website. Some amazing prices for you as well. Now, when you do see the size of some of these die packs, it's just incredible what you get in value for money. Really lovely. Now, don't forget, with the wheel deal, you're getting £5 off every £25 that you spend. So that was quite a good spin. I'm quite pleased with that one. There you go. Just remember to use the promo code WHEEL5. Make sure it says WHEEL5 and not wheels. In capital letters. Yes, you can find all the full terms and conditions on the website, of course, at www.hochanda.com.
I was certainly surprised when I saw how big the dies were, because I saw a picture of them, they were sent through to me, and then the actual product arrived, and I was like, wow.
I know.
That is huge. In fact, let's show you the biggest one in this particular set. I'm going to use the one-day special alongside these nesting dies because everything on this show really matches together.
Yes, yeah.
They're not a standalone product. You can mix and match them to your heart's content. So that is how large the biggest one in this set is. It's even slightly bigger than 8 inches, I believe.
That is incredible value.
So you could use that to even make your card blank before you even begin.
Of course you could. £16.99 for the whole set. 10 dies there. 10 dies in that one set. £3 saving. Again, even with this, without the saving, these are a bargain, aren't they? 537 649. And I'm just going to pick that packaging up just because I do like to show you with the packaging. Not only are you seeing, you know, the design on the front there, but on the back as well, you've got other information on there as well. But everything, keep it in the envelope, the cardboard envelope that everything comes in. Keep it nice and neat, because these are easy to store, aren't they?
They are, and sometimes with dies that can be quite an issue, especially if they're small dies and you've got lots of them.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I can pop them back in that envelope and they're good to go. They do come in a bag when you get them, but I haven't kept my bags, I must admit. I just keep my dies upright in a box and I can just flick through and find the one that I want. Storage is obviously a huge issue for most crafters.
Wonderful. Now there are other versions available. In fact, at the bottom of the screen you can see the squares. So your square card builder nested set is $16.99 as well. So great prices all round. So we're using the circles in the demonstration.
And the card I'm going to make, I will show you at the end, has been inspired from the magazine. There is a little one in there that caught my eye and I just thought that is delicious. I'm going to have to replicate that, and I just made it slightly bigger because I'm greedy. So I've used one of the trellis dies and one of the ones that actually cuts out your circle. I obviously could put another one inside and that would cut the whole thing out, but because I'm going to be using it as matting and layering, I've just used the two. I've taped it down. My machine is quite noisy, so I'm going to try not to make too much noise.
It's not too bad. I've heard worse.
It's when you're crafting at 4 in the morning and the kids are in bed, and you're just a bit more conscious of how noisy it is. Just grab it out the other side. It's also quite slow. Let's just check.
As long as it does the job.
Okay, now these are extremely intricate dies, so I'm just going to turn it a little slightly and I'm going to just pass it through again. I just want to make sure that we've got all those little bits to pop out.
Okay, lovely.
I'll also find my poker tool.
Oh no! Don't worry, Helen, we all lose things.
That is a definite need for this, is a poker tool. Let's find that.
Now, if you do need a hand with anything, Helen, let me know as well. If you want any, just poking out.
I will get you poking while I carry on, if that's all right.
That's
I know
that's
you,
fine.
You love crafting yourself. Let's just give it a look. Let's just check. Yeah, I think that's all successful.
Wonderful.
So I'll put the tape on there just because I didn't want it to move and I want to get it nice and even. Let's get rid of that. And then I just tease it off because I don't want to rip any of that beautiful trellis.
Look at that.
Well, there's no poking to be done.
There isn't, is there? I've been made redundant.
Absolutely no poking.
Unless I take it out of the die for you. But look at that.
Yeah,
what a clean cut.
But yeah, beautiful. I do find with intricate dies, sometimes the thicker the card, the better.
Yeah.
If you use thin card, it tends to pucker up and go inside. Now that is 300 GSM.
Perfect.
And it's cut it absolutely beautifully.
Now, deal of the day is 300 GSM as well.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I might get some of that, 'cause I have used so much.
We sold out very quickly, and then we got some on extended delivery, and I know it's been going very, very quickly, but, we're bringing it up, actually. There you go, 300 GSM, 160 sheets. This is from Pink Frog Crafts. Look at the saving, £8 saving on this. Deal of the day price, $13.98, and it's your super smooth card collection. I was going to read the item number out, but it's gone, but you can find it on the website. 617168 is the item number. It's still there on the screen for you. There we go.
So I'm just cutting a little sparkly circle. Now we've gone down to the smaller die. I'll just run it through this one, it's a lot quicker.
Lovely.
And I'll show you what I start off with to create this card. Let's whip that off there. So I started off with that lovely trellis that we've already seen me cut. We've got a nice silver. We've got a black and we've got a sparkly white.
Wonderful.
And what I want to do is I want to make some snow for our little scene. So I'm just going to make one.
Oh, so you're just cutting it by hand, just sort of eyeing it through.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to try and do the opposite so that we can get some nice peaks and troughs.
Okay. Lovely.
And I'm just going to pop that on. We've got that lovely tape pretty much free
of course,
with the kit.
with the one day special, you've got a nice roll of double-sided foam tape.
You cannot live without your double-sided tape, can you?
No, you can't.
So let's just... Good pair of scissors to cut this with.
Lovely.
You don't have to be too
Well, if
neat.
you just think of the value in the foam tape there, if you think that's included in that price of $13.97, it seems a minor thing at the side of everything else, but actually I know what you can pay for a roll of foam tape.
I know. And we do use it in abundance.
We do.
It's a necessity, so you might as well get it free with the magazine. Must find my poker tool.
Why not treat yourself to the one-day special, and perhaps also perhaps treat somebody else as well. Maybe you've got children that want to craft as well. This would be a great starter kit. Maybe you want to buy for a friend. You know, when we go to work and we do like to buy little gifts for you know, our work friends and that, but you can't be too extravagant. If you've got a crafting friend, that's a great gift to give to someone.
Definitely.
It looks
I would be
you spent
absolutely chuffed if somebody bought me
so
that for
would I.
Christmas. I mean, everything needed in one place.
I know.
They haven't got to then go out and buy more to make it work. It's going to do it for you. Now I'm going to just make a little bit of snow. And the easiest way to do that is just a little drop of white paint.
Okay.
Any make will do. If you've got a little bit of white emulsion lurking in the shed.
Okay.
Never works, does it? There we go. And I'm just going to give it a bit of spritz of water. Make it a little bit runny.
Okay, lovely. Mix it up a little bit.
Yep. And I'm just going to drop in there an old toothbrush.
Okay.
Promise it's not my husband's. Step back to the table. I'm going to try not to get it on you or on my clothes, but I'm just literally going to do that. And it's going to give me a lovely nice
That's a
sky.
lovely, soft, sort of speckled effect there. That's perfect.
And I generally batch make. If I make a card and I really like it, I'll make 10 at a time. So especially if you're doing something messy, do 10 of them.
Yeah.
And this actually would make a really good Christmas card for me this year.
It would.
Nice
if you're
and
batch making your Christmas cards, this is stunning because it's all in black and white and a bit of silver in there. Lovely colour palette. And very easy. And if you are batch making, of course, everything there in the one-day special for you to work with. You just need your cardstock, your base card. You've got papers you could cut into. You could use the papers in the kit as well.
Yeah, most certainly.
And make it sort of a daytime scene as well, with the snow in the background, with the papers. You've got those tags in there and your sentiments in there as well.
I'm just going to now use the dies out of the one-day special. We've got the little houses and the little trees. And some silver card.
Okay, lovely.
And we'll just run that through. They're so cute.
They are, aren't they? I mean, new home. Do you know, you could build a whole little village. You could make this seasonal for whatever time of year as well. You could put little leaves on the trees, little flowers. Autumn's going to be nice as well, because you've got leaves in there as well as the flowers, haven't you?
Oh yes, and I've actually used them in colours. Excuse me, I'm just going to cough a minute.
Oh dear.
Sorry about that, a bit of a dry throat. Yeah, just change the colour and it just changes the theme of these completely. There's nothing like a die that can be used for multiple purposes. Let's just whip that out of there. And I'm just going to cut the house one again. I've left mine, when they come, they're all connected. Okay. And you can cut them all up and you can make them all separate. I just find it too easy to lose if they're the really, really small ones. So I've just left them all together. And
you're making use of the piece of card that you've got, aren't you, properly there? And you can save all those elements and then you've got them for whenever you need them.
So I'm just whipping this through again in white because I want to make a roof.
I'm just going to hold that little house up actually. Look at the detail in there.
It's really sweet.
Isn't that gorgeous? So sweet. So that's just one of the dies from the one-day special. You're getting a whole host of them, along with the stamps, the embossing folder, the papers, the glue, the foam tape, the magazine. Oh, it just goes on. Over 20% of the stock has now gone on the one-day special itself. This is a launch show, remember. That's what you're getting. 65 must-make projects inside that magazine as well. Look at the toppers, the tags, the papers. These are double-sided as well. That foam tape, you can see the embossing folders there, the dies that we're using right at the moment, and those stamps as well. It is an incredible kit, this one. It's #1 from Paper Discovery, so the first magazine kit from that particular sort of branding, so to speak. £13.97, £5 saving on this, remember. Don't forget that, that deal wheel offer as well. If you're spending £25 or more, you're going to get £5 off. 730815. So maybe you want to go for the one-day special and pop in a die set or two into your basket as well. You are going to get that money off.
So I've just cut the roof out of some white, just to highlight the roof. It's going to have a bit of snow on there. I do hope we get snow this year.
Well, I saw on social media yesterday some people got snow yesterday.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
they're so lucky. I do love it.
Yeah, we've just had rain and more rain. It's been terrible. Actually, you were telling me, Helen, just before the show, that you picked up a car today.
I did. I picked up a new car.
Yeah.
It's not a new car, but for me it's a new car. And yes, the boys managed to get me over here on time from Mount Sorrel. And
I've brought it up because the boys that Helen dealt with today didn't believe she was going to the television studios and said they were going to watch to make sure she wasn't telling fibs. So if you are watching, boys, she wasn't fibbing.
I wasn't, and thank you for getting me out on time so I could get here. Just going to add a little bit of topper onto there. I want some glitter. Who doesn't love a bit of glitter? So let's just get this glue pen working. Everything works at home straight away, doesn't it?
Just get used to it, Helen.
Let's get another one. I think things just automatically dry up.
Yeah.
As soon as
I blame
you
the
walk
air
through the door.
conditioning every time.
There we go. So I'm just going to give this a bit of definition so you can see those different hills going on there.
Okay.
And we'll add some glitter to that.
Okay.
And then we'll add our little houses.
Are you a big Christmas fan then, Helen?
I am. I love it. I have to admit, I love Christmas. I love the start of it, the setup, the preparations, and I love everyone getting together on the day.
Oh.
We're quite a large family now. We've got 4 children and 4 grandchildren, and they won't all be in the same room at the same time, but hopefully over Christmas we will get to see everybody.
Wow. Oh, you're a busy lady, Helen.
Oh yes, I like it that way.
Yeah.
In fact, before we stick these on, I'm just going to give myself a little moon and some stars.
Oh, right.
And I've got myself a silver pen, a 2p piece and a penny.
Okay.
Now, if you haven't got a moon at home, this is the best way to do it.
Okay.
So I've just drew round my 2p,
Okay.
almost all the way, and then pop your penny in there, and you can see it creates that shape
how
for
clever.
you.
Sure, I've never seen anybody do that before. What a good tip.
And then we can just
Look at
colour
that.
it in with a silver pen. Obviously, they take more time at home. But it's a great way of adding your moon if you haven't got a moon die or stamp.
That is a lovely idea.
And we
So
can,
you've always got things around the house. We've all got
yeah,
pennies and 2p knocking around. We usually have jars with them in, don't we, where we put all the spares. Yeah. Or maybe
stars.
bottle tops as well. You could do the same thing with, perhaps.
Yep. Just one big one, one small one. There we go, a few stars. I'll colour
Love
that
it.
a bit better later. And we'll just stick on our houses and our trees.
Of course, you could change the positioning of the trees and the houses every time as well. So if you were
Every time.
batch making,
Yeah.
you can make each one a little bit different to the other. That's so sweet.
And you could just change the colours. I would love to see this done in pinks and lilacs and blues.
Oh, that would look gorgeous. Well, you have got the blues, the lighter blues and the navy blues
Yeah.
in the one day special, haven't you? You could add a little bit of pink ink
Yeah,
or
you
even
certainly
make
could.
the snow pink. There's no rules.
In fact, snow very often looks pink, doesn't it?
It
Like
does
a
actually,
bit of
yeah.
a hue to it.
Yeah.
Let's just whack this on so you can see how we're going to finish up.
Okay.
I think wet glue for this bit. So we're still a little bit wet on the front there. And we'll pop that on
That's
there.
really come together nicely now.
Going to pop the whole thing on a black card just to show it off. I don't use black cards very often, but every time I do it, I think I should do that more often.
I use a lot of black card, but I'm just thinking that it looks lovely on the black square card that you've done it. But you could also put this one on a hinge as well and have it as a round
You
card.
most certainly could, because those dies, as we've seen, go through 300 GSM.
Yes.
So if you want to make your card base, you could do this on a lovely little easel, but it will all work together.
That looks lovely though.
I'm just going to finish it off with a bow. I'm not even going to add a sentiment because I don't think it needs it.
I really don't think it needs it.
Now, I could never tie bows when I was younger, but now I'm glad that I can't tie it a normal way, because I literally just take 2 bunny ears and tie those in a knot, and it gives me
Lovely.
my bow.
Perfect.
So all those teachers used to tell me off that I couldn't do the over and the under thing that everyone else does. I don't care anymore because it works for me. Now when I'm at home, I won't do it here because obviously we're in a studio, but I normally get a lighter and I just singe the end just so that they don't fray. Yeah. Not a good idea in here. No. But that's a great way of preventing them from fraying. Let me just grab my hot glue.
It's lovely. I can see that being done with craft card as well.
Yes.
Would look nice. White on the craft card would look really good. But the black and white, striking. Absolutely striking.
Just hold that for just a second.
That is beautiful.
Without burning my fingers.
Okay, there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. Love it. Thank you very much, Helen. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Now, if that's not enough inspiration, I'm sure we're going to give you more as we go through the show. But another mention of our deal of the day, and we're going to mention this now as well because 3/4 of the extended stock has now gone. This has absolutely been flying. Now, you've seen Helen using 300 GSM cardstock there, so this is a great way of getting hold of 160 sheets of it. £8 is the saving, £13.98 is the price for deal of the day, and the item number is 617168. And of course, it's from Pink Frog Crafts, so we know the quality that we're going to get there. Now, the one-day special proving to be very, very busy. We've already lost 1/3 of the stock. Now, you're getting everything that you see here. We're going to go through everything again just to sort of reiterate what you are actually getting and the value of this kit. So this is our Paper Discovery Magazine box kit number 1. Now, the magazine itself, just turn back to the front cover, you can see 65 must-make projects inside. There's hints there as to the other things that you're going to get, of course, with the dies and the stamps that are coming up, but lots of inspiration running throughout this magazine. You've got a behind the scenes there telling us about Olga, who was behind Paper Discovery as well. Some beautiful designs. Yes, you may think, because you're first looking through it, oh, this is very sort of winter, very Christmassy. Yes, there are elements of that in there, but of course, as we did show with the samples earlier, doesn't have to be just for Christmas. There's lots of ways you can change all these samples around and use them for various different times of the year and different seasons. Lots of wonderful ideas and inspiration within the magazine. But of course, not only the magazine, you're going to get the papers as well. These are double-sided. So we've got some toppers here, and if I just turn that round, you can see there's a beautiful paper, decorative paper on that side. And look at this on the inside as well. You've got your your grey with your white snowflakes there, and I love those little scenes. So you can really go to town with those, you know, build your trees onto those, your little towns up, various different things onto there, entirely up to you. Much more in the way of papers at this side as well. Let's just have a look at these. So you can see the overall pattern there, but opening it up, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love that. That is beautiful. You wouldn't want to waste a single scrap of this, would you? You look all the way, every angle I look at this, you're seeing the different elements that are within the design of the papers. Just goes on, doesn't it? Not only the papers and the magazine, you are getting the stamp set that's down at the bottom as well. These are really, really lovely. There's 27 stamps there, and straight away when you look at it, you can I can see already scenes being built again, the little towns there, you've got the church, you've got the front door and the trees, you've got the leaves and the flowers, you've got the wording in there as well, snowfall, moon, sun, stars, it just goes on. I've not mentioned everything, there's 27 individual stamps in that one set. Then you have, of course, next to that you've got your foam tape, which you can see with the demonstration there, very, very useful. We all know how much we use our foam tape. You've got a glue there as well. And that is double-ended. That's double-ended glue, dries clear for you as well. We have our dies, of course, that we saw in the first demonstration. There's 10 individual dies within that one set. That's where that little house is, and you've got the other houses in there as well, and those trees and elements. And then you've got your embossing folder as well, which is an A6 size. And as Helen said, you could use that as, you know, hills in the background. It could be snow, it could be sand, it could be sea, it could be whatever you want it to be. We saw a lovely card where that had been sent through on the cardstock twice actually, so it gave it that crisscross. We might see that again in a second. Let's have a look at a few samples. So I'm starting again more with the winter Christmas sort of elements to begin with, just as a reminder of something that you can do using the blues and the navy blue on the card and paper stock that has been used within these samples. The paper's obviously coming from the kit itself. These are really, really lovely. The sort of cards that just say everything they need to say, don't they? Without really going too fussy with them. Absolutely beautiful. I've got to say, I really love this one as well. Again, very simple, but how effective is that? You can see that embossing folder's been used at the bottom there as well. I like that effect. That is gorgeous. But of course, it's more than your Christmas. There you go. If you want non-Christmas, you can go with your pinks, your blues, whatever colours you want. Oh, I must bring these to it. Oops, oh, sorry, little card, I dropped you. There you go. The background there, really, really effective with that embossing folder. Fabulous. $13.97 is the price for the one-day special. Over a third of the stock has gone. £5 saving. This is incredible value. Everything that we're seeing here. 730815 being the item number. There you go. They can see everything you get in there, but we have got much more on the show as well. Of course, you've been shopping ahead on the website, but we have got more to show you live down the counter as well. And we're going to start with our next item, which is a die set, which is absolutely gorgeous as well. It's not just a die set, you get an embossing folder with this one as well. Now this is lovely, look at this. You've got the window embossing folder and you've got the tag builder die set. 16 dies in total. This is brand new as a bundle. So you're getting both of those with a saving of £3, $14.98. I can't believe these prices, $14.98 for both of those. You're not choosing, you're getting the whole bundle, 866367. Tell us about this one, Helen. Why do you like this one?
Wow, incredible value. You not only get the dies, you get the embossing folder as well. And it's called a window die, but actually I use it for a door as well.
Yes,
so you can use it for both. The largest of the dies actually fits over the embossing folder. So if you want your window or your door to be cut out, let's show you this one here. You can see that this one fits perfectly over that embossing folder and cuts that out for you. You can always put a little slit and have something inside of your window as well.
Oh, you could have a nice photograph behind there, couldn't you?
You could. Well? I mean, that's showing it nice and clean and fresh and crisp. And there's one that's just a little bit more grungier. There's some gilding wax on there. The dimension of this embossing folder is fantastic.
Oh, and it could be a Christmas door, it could be a summer door, a church door, it could be a castle door, it could be whatever. You could have a little princess outside there, it could be the castle door. Also, look, clever to make your little tag holders as well. They are little gift holders if you want to use those. Lovely dies here. These are the dies that you're getting. Don't forget you are getting the embossing folder as well, all for that price. Helen, what do you want to tell us about these?
There is a lot of uses for these. Not only the flowers and the leaves, which I've used loads of times during my demos. You've got the tag builder, so you've got the large tag, the smaller tag. You've got all of these frames, and there's 4 there. So if you're doing a nice sentiment, you can mat and layer that as many times as you want.
Beautiful.
You've got this little top piece as well. You can use it for the top of the window, but I'll show you how we've used that in the little tag book. And this one here, if you put this one diagonally across the large one, it then makes it into a card holder. So if you're giving someone a gift card for Christmas, you can pop the gift card in those little slits there, or photographs would be lovely as well.
Oh, lovely. You could put those into your scrapbook pages as
well.
Definitely, yeah. In your journals. What a lovely set. Item number 866367. Fabulous. Now, we've got more for you. The next item coming up, perhaps you want to make your ornaments. These could be hung on the tree. They could be gifts on the table. Again, so much versatility on these, isn't there?
I'd like to use mine as favours on my Christmas table. I've made this one ready for my mum. And I filled it with some chocolates, and I shall pop this one on the table, make one for everybody else. Hopefully I'll know who's coming. So you can make it as large as this one, or you can make them like this one. So this one's got 4 sides to it.
Fabulous.
Or you can make a little 3-sided one. So you really can use this as much or as little as you want. But not only do you get the dies to be able to do this, you also get the ones to pop inside each of the panels as well.
What a lovely idea.
Show you one here. So if you use this nice large one, that will cut your shape. You can need to cut 2 of those if you're going to make the really large one that I have.
Yeah.
And then you've got a little tag one to pop on. Then you've got these bits here. Now these bits will cut out of the sides of the panels. You can either leave them blank if you want to, or you can cut into them. So this one here cuts stars into the side, and then you've got some little embellishments as well. So if you're using the Christmas tree, you can put the baubles on the tree, the star on the top. You've got some Christmas crackers.
Got the candy cane as well.
So really, really useful die.
And I'm thinking as well, what about hanging these on the tree as Advent gifts?
Oh, that would be lovely.
You could hang one, put a chocolate in each one. instead of having the traditional calendar, maybe have both, have the calendar in these as well.
And again, not just
Lovely.
for Christmas. I mean, I've made these as favours for my Christmas table, but these would make really good favours for a wedding as well.
They certainly would.
Just change the papers and you're going to change the look. I mean, even that one there, love that one.
I've just spotted something. If you look at it that way, let's take that could be a little carrot. You could put mini eggs in there at Easter.
Yes, you could. That would be perfect.
You could make the boxes out of orange card.
Yeah.
And then overlay, and it looks like a little carrot under there. Do you know, great idea and a great price again. Just £11.99 for that set. Wow. 12 dies in total for that amazing price. £4 saving, 032485. Really like that. Now then, moving down again. Oh, we've got a room divider. Now this is very ornate.
Wow, it's a room divider, come lantern, come bookmark, come a nice fancy panel. Again, every die that she has designed has just got me excited because I can see how many possibilities you can do with this die. We're going to make something similar to that in a moment. I love that. I think it's really ornate and really beautiful, and it can be as long as you want. For me, I would like to make this, and I'd like to pop some little pictures going along to give someone special for Christmas. Perhaps photos of throughout the year. That would be perfect for that.
That is gorgeous. I should imagine people are going to come up with many, many ideas of how to use this.
Oh, definitely.
How decorative
as well. If you want to join them together, let's pop the little light on. I'm going to show how you make this one tomorrow. I've made mine into a little tea light holder and just some alcohol inks there behind the panels. But again, change the colours. It can be non-Christmas as well, so really, really universal.
Wonderful, absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you wanted to make a little lid for that as well, what a great gift box as well.
Yes,
beautiful. Let's show you the dies themselves, so you can see you've got your different panels here. I just noticed the price. I didn't see it beforehand. I can't believe that. £12.99.
Wow.
For this set. £3 saving, 979,161. Let's show what you've got there, Helen.
So you get, let's show this one actually first, just to show you how you get 2 sort of outers and 4 innards. So you've got your 2 plainer ones, one deckled, one plain, and then you've got your 2 ornate ones. Now all of these are mix and match. So the possibilities are really endless.
Of course.
This is if you want little feet, if you want it standing up, but if you cut the little feet off, that's fine too, and it just becomes a really nice decorative panel. So if we show you this one here, you can see how you can take it one stage further and actually cut the panels from within. You can either make them and stick them on, or you can cut them through and put some acetate or some vellum behind if you wanted to, or just leave them open.
So many options, aren't they beautiful? 797-161 is the item number, and yes, do take advantage. Don't forget that code number. If you pop in things in your basket that total £25 or more, you can get that £5 off within this live hour. Now we've got more for you. We've got some corner dies now. Now these are interesting.
They are.
These are really nice. Oh wow, look at the price again. £18.98, £3 saving. Again, you're getting sentiments with these, but we've got bamboo in there, we've got decorative elements. These are lovely.
So again, you can either cut it out, because you've got this external one here, shall we call it. This can just be cut out of your card, so your card would stay complete, or you can pop that one on and actually cut the whole shape all together. So that I love the fact they give you these externally ones as well. So you've got the options. This one here, well, all of them, if you cut them out, you can use them as a stencil as well. I think that's what this one's been done like. And you can see how they've inked through it. So not actually used what they've cut, they've used it as a stencil.
Yes, and actually I've just spotted this one as well.
It's lovely, isn't it?
That is really nice. So so you could actually overlay that, use it as a stencil, then you've pre-coloured as well with the same inks at the same time if you wanted to.
And because they're such good quality dies, you can even make the whole card out of the die. So you can see that shape there is really nice, really unique. Isn't that unusual? And then they've matted and layered the bamboo shape on top of it.
That is so lovely. Oh, and you have got the sentiments in there as well. 12 dies in total, brand new today, £18.98. Again, carrying a £3 savings, 741,793. But we still keep going. Now, this is one of my favourites, I've got to say. I love wreaths. I don't care whether they're real ones that you've put together yourself, whether they're dies, whether they're stamps. I don't care. I just love wreaths.
Well, this is a lovely set. I have to say, when these got delivered, this was the one that I need to use that one first. And it is the first one I used, and it's the first one that I made. You get this lovely little collection of small pieces that come together to make something huge. And I've used it on quite a few of my samples in small amounts, like say this one here. Just use a small snippet of them, or you can go the whole hog. I'm going to make that one tomorrow morning, just to see how that all comes together. But stunning dies. They just look so lovely.
Do you know, I would have that on my mantelpiece for myself. I think I'd make that, or even hang it as a wreath on the wall. You could do that, couldn't you?
Well, I'm going to make it again for me, not Christmassy, so I can have it all year round. Because I really, really love that.
That's a great idea. And also I can see sort of the little orange slices and these. You could put those on the edges of a cocktail glass on your card if you've got a summer wedding or something like that. So don't just think Christmas, you've always got to think out of the box, haven't you?
I've never seen so much selection on a wreath collection like this. You really have got so many bits to choose from.
Yeah. Apples and oranges included. There you've got everything you can see there. You really can go to town with this one. £9.99, that's all it is. £9.99. £5 saving on that one. 17 dies in total. 337972. Oh, now we've got a card builder next. Oh, this is another nice one, Helen. I didn't get to see all this beforehand.
It was really hard to choose which ones to play with first because I loved them all.
Wow. Now you're getting a lot for your money here as well, because what you're getting here, 2 die sets, the card builder and the alphabet strips, 18 dies in total. Now you can see again how ornate this is. Think back to the circle there. It's the same design around the edge, isn't it? You've got that outer die as well. These boards are good, I can't get that off.
They're very magnetic.
They are, aren't they? So just to show you, you've got the outer die, so you can cut in or out of the card with the decorative elements. You can create frames or you can cut as solids. You've got the alphabet in there as well, which is really useful. I love the fact that these are all together. You don't have to separate those, just run them through. You're not going to lose them, and you've got lots of letters ready to go whenever as well.
You can also see exactly what they are. Sometimes with an alphabet die, when they're all loose on the table, you can't tell what they are.
That's true.
I love the fact they've given you extras of certain letters.
They certainly have.
Because they know you're going to be using more of your vowels and some of the letters than you do with the others, and you don't have to run it through half as many times. It's great, and they are the perfect size for cards. Very often alphabets can be way too big, and if you've got someone called Charlotte or Catherine, you know, it's a really long name and you can't always fit it on, but these are just the perfect size for spelling out names and personalising.
It really is a lovely set, isn't it? £24.98, £4 saving on this as well. So you've got everything really there. You've got rectangles, circles, squares, alphabets, numbers, the lot. 199931 is the item number for that one. Now, we saw the nested circles at the demonstration, but now we've got the nested squares. We gave you the details. This is stunning.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Look at this decorative element in the centre. Beautiful. £16.99.
Yes, for all of those dies.
£3 saving. I'm speechless, actually. Again, cut it in, cut it out of the cards. 194577. We've already lost quite a large stock of this. 20% of the stock has already gone. This is the first time we've seen it previewed live on the counter. Lots of lovely samples again here at the back.
Yeah, I love this little wedding one. Be a great little invitation. Just simply used around the card there. And you know, yes, it's square, but I make more square cards than anything else.
Yeah.
So the matte and layering for squares is perfect for me.
Do you know, again, going back to the one day special, using some of that beautiful snow effect paper behind them, 1 or 2 little trees in the middle of that frame would look stunning as well.
It really would. I like the way it's been matted out as well.
Yes.
Not just matted inwards. So they do make a really nice frame. If you want to use these for scrapbooking, again, brilliant for putting your photographs inside, really making that ornate on the outside. This sample I've only seen today, but my daughter's getting married year after next, and she wants to have some nice dried flowers, because where she's getting married, she's not allowed to have confetti.
Okay.
But she is allowed to have a natural product like dried flowers. So wouldn't this be absolutely wonderful?
Oh,
she can fill that with all these lovely dried rose petals, and we can scatter them.
That is a really lovely idea. Now there's a name. Somebody's going to have to look on the internet for me now. There's a name. It was what the Victorians used to, they used to have. It was this like a cone shape, and they used to fill it with goodies, I think. And they used to hang them up. Oh no, I can't think of the name.
It'd be great on the tree.
You often used to see them made with sheets of music as well. You can make them out of book paper. No, it's not that.
I know what you mean,
That's
though.
really going to annoy me now.
That would look stunning in
email in if you know what I'm
paper.
talking about. I'd like. Oh, I can't think. Yeah, I can't think. But they're lovely.
Now.
If you look on a certain site, beginning with P, we're allowed to say it. You can find lots of them on there. Lots of inspiration. There you go. Another sample there. Using this set, actually, that is unusual, but really, really effective again.
Really. You don't even need to use them all together. Individually, you could make so many different variations.
Love it. Love it. Nice in the top of a gift box as well as you said, there are many options. A third of the stock has gone of this particular set. Very busy, 194577. Then finally your nested circles. We saw them in the demonstration there. I can tell you 40% of the stock has gone. This is the whole set. Again, you're getting that beautiful decorative element in the centre there. You've got really large frames here to work with as well. You know, you can make cards of all different sizes. You can nest them together. You can cut them in or you can cut them out.
And I don't know about you, but I cannot cut a circle. However hard I try.
It's not without a die, no, it's not easy, is it? Oh, that's another little lovely card. Isn't that gorgeous?
Just a cutie one.
That is so sweet.
The little ones are really useful for putting your sentiments in and things like that.
They are, aren't they? And this is a nice one to show how you can layer up as well. You see, that's really fine detail in the middle there, isn't it gorgeous? Oh, this is a nice idea.
Yeah, putting it as a seal.
Look at that. You see, sometimes we don't think about the envelopes enough, do we? We should really treat them the same way as we do our cards and think about what we're applying to them, make them look really pretty.
Yeah, because when it comes through the door, it's the first thing you're going to see. And if you see a nice decorated envelope, it makes you excited for what's inside, doesn't it? Oh, I love these ones.
Oh, do you know how busy on these? Approaching half of the stock has gone. Look at those, aren't they pretty?
They are lovely.
Really, really nice. Really nice. What have you got there, Helen?
This one. Really love this one. I love the centre. I love the fact that it's really simple. They've made it into a flower, but how lovely is that? A little bit of vellum there behind. Because obviously these dies are going to cut a lot of different types of material. I've cut Miri card, 300 GSM card. You really can use these to their full extent.
Lovely, lovely. Just a couple more samples to show you, and then I've got an announcement to make. That's lovely, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous as well? And then I've got this. It's not a giant lollipop. I think it's a fan.
We could have done with that this summer, couldn't we?
We could have done, couldn't we? But not so much in the studio.
They're a good idea for a wedding day as well.
Great for a wedding day. Lovely, lovely ideas. Half the stock gone on this one. £16.99 is the price. £3 saving. 537649. Now, those things that we were trying to think of the name of, it is a strange name. No wonder I couldn't remember it. They're called Tuzzy Muzzies.
Oh, no wonder you can remember that. I've never heard that name.
That is correct. Pat, thank you. Thank you, Pat. I'm so pleased Pat emailed in because that really would have bugged me the whole night. But she's correct. As soon as I heard it, I thought, that's the one. Yes, if you've never seen them, look them up. Amazing. Now, we've got much more on the show for you, so let's just give you a reminder. Oh, well, not a reminder, we've not seen this one yet. This is another lovely set because you've got your Cosy Coffee Time die and stamp set here. 13 dies in total, 21 stamps in total as well. So 13 dies, 21 stamps, all in that one set for £10.99. This is just silly now. £5 saving. I can't get over this value. 812943. Now remember the one-day special. What a bargain. £13.97. We're approaching 40% of the stock now gone. You are getting so much. The inspiration in that magazine, 65 projects. You've got double-ended glue in there. You've got foam tape. You've got embossing folders. 27 stamps in there. You've got the dies. I think there was 10 dies as well. You've got all those papers, the tags, the sentiments, double-sided papers nonetheless. What an amazing kit this is. 730815. Now let's get back to demo. We want to give Helen as much time as we can now before the end of the show.
Well, as I said to you, this die is one of my favourites. Well, it was really hard to choose, I have to admit. When that box arrived with that, I just thought, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. You know, I didn't even need any inspiration. I could just see how much I could use them for. So I'm just going to cut one of these. Oh, here's the dies.
Okay.
So again, really large dies. And I'm going to choose the flowery one. Got some bits and bobs in there that I've cut before. Where's that gone? Is it in there?
you want to tip them out there, Helen? Where
Yeah,
we've got a bit more room.
Tip them out.
What is it we're looking for?
I'm looking for this one, this flowery one. Oh, it's in here. It was stuck.
There you go.
There we go. I know it's in there somewhere. That's the nice thing is I know it's in there.
You know it's in there.
Those
Yeah,
envelopes
always
are
put them back in
brilliant.
the envelope.
So I'm going to pop that on. Now, obviously, if I cut that on its own, it's going to cut within that piece of card.
Yeah.
It's not going to actually cut me the shape. So I'm going to pop this one on as well. A little bit of tape because it will move, and there's nothing worse than them moving and you cutting over the die because you will damage the die. It's probably one of the hardest ways easiest ways to damage the die. Otherwise, they are so tough. But that would definitely not be a good idea. Let's pop that on there. Oh, actually, quick tip. Let's take that one off for just a second. If you find, especially when your plates get a little bit worn, sometimes the really ornate dies, you can spend a lot of time popping them out, and you don't want to do that if you're going to be doing lots of projects. This is just wax paper, so I'm going to pop some wax paper down. I'm going to pop my dies over the top,
Okay.
and hopefully that will just help us pop them out a lot easier, a lot simpler, and a lot less.
Lovely.
A lot easier. Let's pop that one through.
Although we did see with the first demonstration how beautifully those dies cut.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Not a single little millimetre needed to be popped out,
And I
did
have
it?
to admit, my plates are very well loved and very well used. I think that one, I might just run that one through once more, just to make sure. I think we've got it.
Always better to be safe than sorry before you take the tape off.
Yeah, I mean, anything as ornate as this, you just think, let's make sure. And let's pop that tape off, get rid of that.
Okay.
You can already see how well that's cut.
It's very oriental, that panel, isn't it?
It is. Let's get rid of that one there.
Okay. Shall I put that back in,
That
or
would
do you
be
need it
lovely,
again?
thank you. No, I don't. And what I try to do is I try to pop them out before I even take it out the die, because I'm not dealing then with a floppy piece of card.
Yeah.
It's still in the die, and you get to know which ones are going to pop out and which ones are going to stay in. Most of the little flowers, they're staying in.
Okay. So those that stay in then, if you ran it through with an embossing mat, you could get more definition from it.
Definitely, yeah. But
Always worth it. If you've got an embossing mat, always worth running your dies through again.
you don't want to see me stand here and pop all these out, so I have got one that I've already done. But you can see how easy those are just popping out. And that wax paper, we could use that for some mixed media.
Of course.
Because that's quite cute as well.
It is,
but they're
lovely.
very, very easy to pop out.
Okay.
So here's one I made earlier. And I've also run through the panel die, and I've also run through one more of that decollage because I want to ink that one up. Now with this one, I am going to do exactly what you said. I'm just going to pop that back in, and that die again. That's this one here. Oh, Catherine, I should have just left them out, shouldn't I? There we go. This one here. So I'm going to pop it back in.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take, well, I could use distress ink, but I'm just going to use my alcohol marker just to give it a bit of definition on that panel because it's got those beautifully ornate parts.
Oh, of course.
And we'll just add some colour to match the colour that we're going to use on the panel there.
Got about 4 minutes left, Helen. Is that all right?
Yes, no problem at all. Right.
She says with
I'm going to use Mermaid Lagoon and I'm going to use Chipped Sapphire.
Gorgeous.
I'm going to...
I can see all your score lines are all there for you as well.
They're all ready to go,
ready to go.
In fact, I'm going to chop that bit off because it's the end of my panel.
Oh, I see. So you only need that if it's kind of in the centre somewhere.
Yep. Distress inks, I absolutely adore. People sometimes say they struggle. Lots and lots of ink on the pad because if you haven't got the fluid, you won't have the fluidity.
Yeah.
Make sure we're starting from the outside and working our way in. Let's add
gorgeous
some of
colour.
this. Oh, I love it. Love Mermaid Lagoon. Some nice chipped sapphire. I'm going to just pop that there to hold it so I don't get my greasy inky fingers taking off the ink that I'm putting on there.
Okay.
And these two are going to blend together. And where they join, we can just go over one
together.
with the other.
Okay.
And that beautiful ornate panel, I
Gorgeous.
do like to spray it with a little bit of spray adhesive, because that way I haven't got to mess around putting the glue on.
No, you're not risking any of it sort of squeezing out either, are you?
No, it's going to give me that perfect
Something ornate
stick.
like that, you're going to see some, aren't you? Let's face it, if you've got a wet glue.
This fits on
That's
there.
so pretty.
Absolutely perfect. A couple of seconds for that just to grab.
Okay.
Just hold that. Just whistle while we work. It's fine.
I can't whistle.
Can you not?
No, I can a little bit, but not a lot. They can in the gallery, though. They're all whistling now.
Oh, have I started something? Now, because this is my final panel, I'm going to chop off that bit because I don't need to add another one to it. So therefore, I would have added some double-sided tape around there, and that's what's going to join them all together. Here's the one that I've previously made, and I'm just going to add my final panel to this.
Okay, there's just under 2 minutes left, Helen.
Oh, it just goes so fast, doesn't it?
Now, just as Helen's sticking this final panel together, just a reminder of the one-day special, because we are near the end of the hour. It's been very, very busy as well. So Paper Discovery Magazine box kit #1, you are getting so much here, more than you can see the details on the screen. You can see at the bottom of the screen, phone line's very busy as well. So you are getting the magazine with 65 projects. You are getting, let me try and remember, all of the double-sided papers with tags. You've got scenes in there. You've got sentiments in there. You've got your stamp set there with 27 stamps, the dies, if I'm right, 10 dies there. You've got the double-ended glue, you've got the embossing folder, you've got the foam tape. Ooh, you've got a whole host of things there, not just for Christmas. You're going to be able to use it all year round. Take inspiration from some of the winter Christmas samples or projects within the book and turn them into other occasions. Use those houses with the different colours as we saw, with the pinks and the purples. You've got cars in there. You've got all sorts of different elements in there. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to try and pick up one or two things we didn't see before, actually. Let's just see this. So let's just go back to Helen as well, because that final panel has been stuck there. Isn't that gorgeous?
And again, I could add a sentiment to it, but I'm going to add some little pictures that have throughout the year, and I'm going to give it to one of my aunties so they can see what fun we've had throughout the year with them. Nice little keepsake.
That is gorgeous. Well, Helen, thank you so, so much. What a lovely first show from Helen here at Hochanda. Now, Helen's going to be back at 8 o'clock with Fiona, of course. We might see you actually next door in Good Evening Hochanda. We'll see. But take advantage of everything at these great prices. Helen, thank you so, so much.
Pleasure.
What a lovely hour with you. Don't go anywhere. We've got much more to come. Bye-bye.